Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pentiment, the monochromatic monastic murder mystery set in the town of Tassing, of course. So, I was just on my way to Sister Gertrude, and then I just thought, actually, hang on a moment, we don't just have to inquire with her, we could also inquire with Werner and Dr. Baltas. We know that we're definitely on good terms with Dr. Baltas, so why not stop by his first and ask him to translate this Historia Tassiae? So we're going to do that right now. So let's do that. What a mess. I don't know how Baltas can get anything done with all this in the way. Hello, Baltas. Do you have a moment? Only one, I'm afraid. What can I do for you? I came across a book about the history of Tassing, and I was hoping you could help me read it. Oh no, not today. I'm far too busy for that at the moment. Ignazio and I have our hands full preparing for the Christmas ale, you see? Of course, sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies, I couldn't be of more help. Oh, that's not very useful, is it? Alright. Should we check out with old Werner? He is not here. Okay. Okie dokie. And for reals, what the hell? Is he sleeping? Werner? Hey, you'll freeze if you stay here. Oh man, he's not in a good way. I don't have the strength to carry him home. I have to tell someone. Maybe Baltas? They're still on friendly terms. Ignazio could help. Or Big Jorg, he's strong, he can do it. Ugh, what a mess. Alright, let's go tell Baltas. My word. I mean, he must have had a pretty fun night. Ciao, Magdalene. Ciao, Ignazio, come stai? Well, I mean, that just basically means, how are you? How are you? Bene, bene. Good. The winter is approaching quickly, no? What is it you say here? Percha pinching at your nose? Haha, yes, that is the saying. Baltas has been explaining many of your funny Bavarian sayings to me. I must admit, they are rather charming, even if the language is a bit rough to the tongue. Will you be staying in Tassing long enough to learn more about our funny sayings? I should return to Genoa soon, but Baltas and I still have some business to conduct. It has taken longer than I anticipated to complete. His accounts are complex. I may be forced to remain a few more weeks. Dio, who knows? It must be difficult for you to be so far from home. Are you sure the bookkeeping is correct? You've already been in Tassing for so long? Oh yes, the numbers are perfectly correct. Baltas has many large accounts to manage, and many interests across the continent. I only wish to return to Genoa before any heavy snowfall, otherwise my journey will take twice as long. I'll let you get back to work then. Grazie, Magdalene. Until later. Well, hang on, we did actually... I guess we have to talk to Baltas then. Hello, Magdalene. What can I do for you? I found Dr. Stolz passed out drunk in the commons, sleeping in a ditch. I see. This is becoming an increasing problem, isn't it? I shall fetch Ignazio and we will carry him home safely. Thank you for letting me know, Magdalene. Nod. Okay, well, we've done our Christian duty. But that doesn't really help, because now, well, it seems like Gertrude is the only one who can translate this thing for us now. So, yeah, let's go to the monastery. Not the monastery, let's go to the nunnery. And ask Sister Gertrude to do some translating. I hope she's not going to pass us by or come up with some excuse or something. Let's see. I should talk to Sister Gertrude, since she was a Benedictine nun at Curso before the poor Clares arrived. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. Yes, she would, wouldn't she? Where would she be? In here? No. She'd be in her garden, right? There she is. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the Rat House mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough gulls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Curacao, actually. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing's saints to the Rat House mural. I wrote to revered Matthew, since he lived in the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. I understand. Well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene Druckerin. However, Mother Francisca also always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, What? Ah, yes, I see. Well, I suppose exploring all of my options can't hurt. I've always been drawn to your veil, sister. There's something about the fashion. What? Is she saying that we should pretend or feign interest in becoming a nun in order to get this? Like, she knows we're not serious about this, right? I mean, I suppose exploring all my options can't hurt. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Oh, okay, this is going to be a time sink kind of thing, is it? No, let's come back here. Very well, come find me if you change your mind. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay, that is going to be... where is Sister Margaret? Okay, she must be around somewhere. Anyhow, yeah, there's a few things I think we should, I'd just like to check up on before we go there and sign up for becoming a nun. Because, yeah, it does look like it's going to be something of a time sink. So I would like to quickly check this here. See what's going on here. Killian? Hey, Mags. Sorry, I can't talk for long right now. Magdalene. Oh, of course, Magdalene. I didn't mean to be impolite. It's alright. What's keeping you so busy? You know, it's almost December. Preparing for the festival is hard work. Mom and Dad need my help. They're not as spry as they used to be. Haha. I know how it is. Dad's not as quick as he used to be, even when he's bedridden. Even when he's not bedridden. Still no idea who attacked him, No. He'll be fine, though, right? Dr. Stoltz told me not to get my hopes up. I mean, yeah, basically. Just because he's a doctor doesn't mean he knows everything. I'm sure you're taking good care of him, and I bet he can't wait to see that mural. How is the mural coming along, anyway? One step at a time, learning about the history of Tassing is a challenge. Heh, at least you can read in other languages. What if there's a history of Tassing in one of those books that no one else knows about? Hardly. I don't think this town has ever been important enough. Suppose so. Oh, I'm sorry, Magdalene. I really have to get back to work. Be well. Oh man, poor guy's being worked to the bone. Hey, Hannah, how you doing? Hello, Magdalene. How is your father? Unwell still and getting worse. He's hanging on, but Dr. Stoltz is concerned that he's not improving. Yeah, I mean, basically. Good, you must make sure that he eats hearty meals. I know the season makes it difficult, but he needs the best of what you have in storage if he's to heal. I'll send Nico over with a few of our good apples later. I'm sure Klaus would appreciate the visit. I mean, yeah, I'm very grateful to you both. Well, it's mutual. Your father has done much for me and Nico these past few years. He even counseled us in our... never mind. Okay, interesting. You're what? Oh, it's only that, well, your father is a learned man. In books, yes, but in matters of family, too. You're proof enough, I should think. A respectable young woman like you, raised all alone. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought up your mother. I know it still hurt, Klaus. It's alright. You've grown into quite a woman, Magdalene. I hope you find a happy marriage with a man worthy of the woman your father raised. Oh, I suppose we'll see. I don't find the offerings of Tassing to be worth much. Damn, girl. I suppose we'll see. As God wills it. But that's enough talk from me. There's work to be done. The inn doesn't run itself. Until later, Magdalene. Until then. So... yeah, so... the old man Klaus helped these guys work through their marital troubles, did he? That's so cool. Good morning, Magdalene. What brings you to the Golden Hand? I'm on my way to the Abbey. I thought I'd be helpful if I explore the ruins for the mural. Lots of history to be uncovered there, no doubt. You mind yourself in that place. Could collapse any day now. Don't worry, I'll watch my step. Be sure you do. I'd hate to have to tell Klaus I saw you last if you don't return. Say, Magdalene, would you mind doing me a favor on your way back to town? Hannah's birthday is coming up, and I asked Gret to make her something special. Killian and I have our hands full here, so I was hoping you might pick it up. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll be happy to help. You're a credit to your mother, Magdalene. Thank you. I'll have some Balthaz's fresh brew set aside for you when you get back. It's his best yet. I'll stop by the Albans on my way back from the Abbey. Yeah, let's stop by the Albans on the way back. That will be just fine. Be well, Magdalene. Until later. Okay. So, yeah, let's go. I think we should do it. Come on. I think Sister Gertrude is giving off some strong hints that we should be duplicitous and pretend to be a nun in order to extract information from the Sisters of Sinclair. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. God bless you, Magdalene. Would you like to go inside and meet with Mother Francisca now? Yes, let's go. Let's go undercover. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Durkarin. The printer's daughter? Yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Yeah, thank you. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckrin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world, and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. I wonder that you've never come up with the Abbey before, Mistress Druckrin. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brings this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? Well, I'm worried that helping my father, running the shop alone, and finishing the mural are too much for me. If I become a sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck bearing kids for the rest of my life. I had a holy vision since Satya told me that I was destined by... Okay, that's, let's not add to the lies. Let's just, let's mix some truth in. We are kind of worried that, yeah, I mean, that this task of caring for the old man will be a bit much. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Thank God you have turned to us for help. It is no wonder you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please come, I am happy to tell you more of our order. Man, I feel like she's Maggie Smith, and Druckern is basically Whoopi Goldberg, and we're going to do a sister act thing here. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kierso double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce, and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing, as you see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the Church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me, and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never leave. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the Rathaus. Time to start exploring. You can either come or not, up to you. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going to go first? Now that the lecture is over, I can get on with what I came here for. You come? Yeah, you going to come? But Mother Francisca said... Maybe we shouldn't have done that. She said that as long as I'm with you, it's fine to look around. Are you really going to get us both in trouble? No, I always follow Mother Francisca's orders. The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Alright, where should we go first? So, we are there in the convent cloister, and we are... What the destination, the objective is the convent garden. So we can go to that all the time. Let's check out the kitchen. Ain't nothing wrong with checking out a kitchen, is there, guys? Oh, it's Margaret. God bless you, Magdalene. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that's interesting here. Sister Mary and Sister Isabeto take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. Okay. Hey, Isabeto. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very noble of you. Shouldn't someone else be helping you, sister? No, the Almighty has given me a gift. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. I don't believe the Lord wants us to suffer, sister, but didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? Yeah. In the next life, yes, but even Christ said we would face hardship while we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me. Thank you. You are most welcome, child. God bless you. Hey there, Marie. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? No, sister, I'm learning more about the convent's history so that I can finish a mural in town. Let's tell the truth. Ah, I see. This kitchen has been used for decades, longer than I've been alive, to be sure. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeth Sabeo has graciously taken on that task for me. Isabeo, I think that's how it's pronounced. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. St. Francis of Assisi, of course. Mystic friar and founder of the Franciscan order, born in Assisi to a wealthy parents, St. Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching. With his follower St. Clare, he helped found the Order of Poor Clares. And the rule of St. Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions. Yeah, I think we've read that before. Written in the 16th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire. A lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. Could it have been a ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent? Maybe even Syntasia? What made you think you saw a spirit, sister? Let's go with that. The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at vigils, not a fortnight ago. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between the world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests in holy ground. A spirit in Curso? Why would it come to the convent, though? A Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mural. I don't know that the council would approve, though. I really think it must have been something... Why would it come to the convent? It breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Mary too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. Okay, so this is what's going on in the kitchen. Not too much, just cooking, you know. Let us check out... Where else can we go? The chapel. Let's go check out the chapel. I'm sure we'll find something useful there. Oh, hello. This is the chapel, where we all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Bergfried. Was a Bergfried? A freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Okay. Long before the structure became a monastery. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from the tax of spirits and steel for generations. A noble history, comparable to Aeneas' founding of Rome, truly. Yeah, let's go with that. Haha, I don't know about that, Magdalene, but it certainly was an endeavor to construct this place. There's Latin here, too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Curso Castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. The Lady Curso was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Curso is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female, to guard the tower and the abbey. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire? It seems odd that a monastery would reuse a place meant for war and force. Fascinating to think that even the Duke gifted it to the church. Even before the Duke gifted it to the church, the fortification was founded by St. Moritz. Yeah, it was older than the Holy Roman Empire? Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay, that was useful. Right, where else? Brr, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Susanna, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent, anyway? I'm considering joining the Poor Clares, actually. Mother Francisca said I could look around. Snooping? Mother Francisca said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in your way, then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Mary's ghost? I think it's Mauritius himself. I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius? Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. What? Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees? I wonder if this is a different retelling... What? Is this a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing? Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? Definitely not. What did you do with this book, sister? Oh, well... I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, it must have been completely destroyed. Yeah. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. That's alright. That book would probably have gone unread otherwise. I'm glad you were enjoying it. I suppose it's better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. How could... this would definitely be Andreas's response. But I suppose it's better than that it got some use before it was lost. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, sister. Haha, thanks, Magdalena. God bless you. So that's pretty informative, that. Let's check out the art studio. I mean, yeah, what? So, was that a different interpretation of the founding of Tassing? The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this is the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for the pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. Just because art is an essential to survival means you can't do any kind of painting? Sounds horrible. Surely you've thought of sneaking in and yeah, sounds horrible. We have other ways to make art. Singing, telling stories, things like that. But yes, the workshop is off limits. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. You think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Wouldn't be surprised if the twins managed to sneak their way in here. You think it's the ghost Sister Marie was talking... you think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to get unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if it's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. That's interesting she's telling us that. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack on the palettes. These old badgers are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who brought them love them too. Interesting. There's an old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. Mithraeum Tassi diluno occultus ist? The Mithraeum of Tassing has been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum. That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithraeum. Why would someone have written that in the margins of a manuscript? Yeah, why would it mention the Mithraeum? I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. So this is interesting. So this temple, if it was destroyed by the flood... Wait a moment! The flood that happened right at the beginning of the game, that Andreas bore witness to. No, it couldn't be that, could it? Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Wait. That flood. Wait, where would... Hang on. Getting ideas now, guys. Getting ideas. When we were in the salt mine, we saw that the Temple of Mithras was somewhere in the town. Initially, I thought maybe it was in the old Gertner farm, or maybe the Hans Bauer farm, but now, if that note says it was flooded, then, well, we know that the flood would have affected all of the village, the Bauer farm, the Gertner farm, and all around, like, the church area as well. So, maybe the temple is under the church, under Father Thomas's church. I mean, that would make sense. That would be consistent, like... I mean, yeah, okay, that's a bit of a stretch of a theory, but I wonder if it'll pan out. We'll see. Anyhow, let's carry on looking around here. So we've been to the convent. Let's check out the Loquarium. Here's the Loquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. She doesn't sound thrilled about that. Are you unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? You didn't always want to be a poor Clare sister. Do you regret your choice to become a nun? Hang on. It seems like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life... it doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. I can't blame her. It must seem like a boring life to her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have a passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. If she hates her life here so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. She must have chosen to stay here for some reason. Yeah, let's encourage her to leave, maybe? Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Okay, let's see. What are we going to go with? Are you unhappy here, Sister Zan? Do you regret your choice to become a sister? Ha! Choice? I didn't have a choice. Oh. My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. Oh. And they took you in just like that? Nobody asked you what you wanted? No one should be forced into a life they don't want. I mean, yeah. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy, between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. I've always been in the convent I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. We can only do the best we can. I pray that one day it'll be different. I understand I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. It's not so bad, is it? We can only do the best we can. I mean, yeah. Maybe, but we certainly won't ever live to see it. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Hey, you're protected here from the plague and the Protestant rebels. It's a good life. Why don't you leave? I think you're lucky. You don't have to deal with boys. If you could do anything else, what would it be? Don't forget Matilda and Wostov. They used to be part of Kisso too. Let's not mention them. Yeah, if you could do anything else, what would you do? What would it be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities, at least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Ah. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I understand the appeal of such a small life. It offers its own freedoms from the world, even if I'm not drawn to it. I can see why people chose the holy life, but it's not for me, not without art. Yeah, not without art. I understand. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should stay. I think you should go. Come on. What do you think? She's 19. This is all she's ever known. She was promised here by her old man before she even had a choice. Come on, I think you should go. Sweet, we did it. You never chose this life. You deserve to have the life you truly want. Magdalene, I think you're right. My family's devotion doesn't have to be mine. Maybe I can find a way out, in time. I'll help however I can, Suzanne. I'm sure we have some spare provisions at home. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. I didn't learn as much as I hoped for the mural, but yeah, I'm glad I got to meet you. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, we know for sure that we're not going to become a nun. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the Poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I am compelled by the devoted life of the sisters lead, but I'm afraid I must tend to my father first. I think I prefer my books and printing. In any case, I need to finish the mural, then I might take over for my father. I haven't thought about a holy duty of providing children to a husband, and I just can't give up on that soon. Yeah, printing and books I think is for me. I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? Well, I learned a lot. I have a good idea of what I'll depict in the mural, what I learned about the poor Clares, but not as much about the history of the Abbey as I wanted. Frustrated that there's so little left of the yeah, basically that. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in the Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing, and moved on. In truth, the Abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kyrso was running out of money, and patrons. The riot, the fire, was simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt we'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. It's a shame. Might still be worth taking a look if I'm careful. Yeah. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Okay, so how are we going to... How are we going to get into the Abbey? Okay, well, we'll have to think about that. Anyhow, guys, time for a quick break, and when we get back, we will hopefully come up with some kind of plan to get into the Abbey proper, and see what's left of it anyway. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.